What's that coming over the hill? It's Bradford City. You remember them, right? They were in the Premier League in the early noughties, but they've kind of been more familiar to fans of League Two than the top level in recent times. In fact, 6 years in League Two, just finished with a pretty dramatic promotion on the final day of last season. And I tell you what, Bradford are motoring now in League One. It's a big club with a big fan base that has stagnated for a long while. But have they got that feel good? Have they got that momentum back? Bradford are top of League One. And if you haven't been following it, it doesn't feel like it's just a good start, a flash in the pan, because this past weekend, they went to Cardiff, who've just been relegated from the Championship, who've started brilliantly and won pretty handily there 3-1. Are we about to witness a double promotion? We have seen teams come out of League Two and be very, very competitive in League One. Look at Stockport. Look where Wrexham are right now. Look where Stevenage are right now. Leyton Orient as well. Are Bradford going to be the latest? And could followers of this channel see me covering Bradford City in the Championship in the not too distant future? Matt SB and myself over on his channel have been across Bradford this season on the League One prediction show. Here is a clip of Matt and myself chatting about Bradford's forthcoming game, their brilliant start and that great win over Cardiff. You can check out the whole prediction show over on Matt SB's channel. We'll clip that up at the end. Get in the comments and tell me about Bradford City.
Ben, oh mate, this will be great. Let's go to Valley Parade. Bradford City, top of the table. Bradford City take on Blackpool. Before we get into the prediction, Ben, let's talk about Bradford, because they've had a great start to the season. We've been across this, and I thought it's a lot of the momentum and positivity coming up from last season. Obviously, they've got a great team as well, but I thought this is great to stand them in good stead for a playoff push. But can we actually start to consider them as a top two contender? They've gone away to Cardiff and won 3-1.
I think you just have to now, don't you? I say with no word of hyperbole about that being a statement win, because we both sat here and we looked at it and we're like, okay, fun and games, yeah. Bradford are good fun. They've got loads of fans at home and they just got promoted and they've got loads of momentum. And how cute. They've had a lovely, good start. But here we go. Away to Cardiff, who've been in the Premier League and just come down from... been in the Premier League recently. I'm aware Bradford have been in the Premier League as well. And what were we saying? They don't lose at home and they don't concede any goals. And a real performance, wasn't it? And great opening goal. I've got to say for the second goal, I would have been the other centre-back yelling at Osho, don't dive in, yeah, penalty, yeah.
With those circumstances as well.
Crazy, wasn't it? Absolutely crazy. Do you know, I'm trying to think, was it Osho who completely lost his head at Watford for Luton once? So I was at the game. I think they had a couple sent off.
4-0.
Yeah, and he absolutely hammered someone on the touchline. So he's got a loose tackle. Apologies if it wasn't him, but let us know in the comments. Where you see him running over from Ted, you're like, oh, this don't bang, red card. You know, this don't look good, does it? But then to come out in the second half and grab the third goal as well, absolutely tremendous. And Graham Alexander was saying, been a bit more careful. Could have had more than 3 goals in that game, because, you know, it gets loose once you've scored 2 in the first half away from home. So, yeah, just a real statement win, statement performance. And, you know, was it last week they beat Luton as well? Or was that a few weeks ago?
A couple weeks ago, yeah. But they beat Huddersfield last week.
So they've beaten Luton, Huddersfield and Cardiff in recent times. So, to your question, Matt, are they a serious title contender? Well, if you beat all the good teams, you're probably going to have a good chance against all the other teams as well. You've got momentum. You've got that. I think they got Newcastle or something in the EFL Cup as well.
Yeah, that's this midweek. Yeah.
And, you know, they're just in a great feel good moment, aren't they? So look, it could tail off and fizzle out into nothing. But right now, I mean, 20 points from 9 games, top of the league, and the manner of last week's win and who it was against. Yeah, what say you?
Yeah, I've got to back them. You can't not go for Bradford at the minute. I thought I was being brave backing them to draw at Cardiff, Ben. And like you say, they were 3-0 up in no time. I loved the goal from Tommy Lee. They managed the game really well. And like I say, at Valley Parade, they'll be getting a sellout crowd. They should be beating Blackpool. Blackpool, to be fair, they got the win over Barnsley that we touched on, Jordan Brown's last-minute goal. And Blackpool, a little bit of a surprise element to them that they beat Barnsley and Huddersfield when we least expected it, but those results were at Bloomfield Road. So I will go with Bradford. I'll give Blackpool a bit of respect and only say 2-1.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You got to back Bradford at the moment. I'll go 2-0 then, which would mean, definitely ending around top of the 23 points at 10 games, that would be as well. And
2.3 per game.
I know Matt subscribes to my ridiculous nerdy points projections, but if you have 23 points at round 10, you then have 36 games. 55 on top of that will take you to 78. 60 on top of that from 36 games will take you to 83.
That could be the magic number. You never know.
Could be the magic number. You don't know. And you know, you're giving yourself margin for error. We're having exactly the same conversation about Borough in the Championship. We've made a mad start that, you know, and that puts pressure on other teams. For example, let me find Luton. Yeah, Bradford are 8 points ahead of Luton.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite substantial at this point. Honestly, it's significant at this point, should I say? That's the word I'm looking for. But it's so impressive. It's so impressive. Just the way they keep going. I thought this might be a 5-6 game thing at the start of the season, but we're getting into late September and they're top of the table. So, yeah, very significant.